Well, here comes Uladzislau SMIAHLIKAU.
And now, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner and representing Kenya, Joshua WASIKE.
Here is his opponent from Kenya, Joshua WASIKE. All smiles as he approaches the boxing ring. With a fancy haircut, the flat top with a copper-colored top. Ahead of his first World Championship appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of tonight's action, representing Canada, is Frank Fiacco.
So Jamila Borkoeva of Kyrgyzstan is our referee.
Ring A, round 1.
And I've just been informed that the man from Belarus, despite the prevalence of U's in both his first and second name, it's actually Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU. The U's standing as V's on the moniker of the man from Belarus, fresh from his quarter-final appearance in the Tokyo Olympic Games. It took a boxer as talented as David Naika of New Zealand to prevent him making it through to the medal podium in Tokyo earlier this summer. And he's also been in action, the Belarusian soldier, in the World Military Games in Moscow, where it was another quarter-final finish. Reigning national champion of Belarus competing here on the global stage once again on what has been a very busy summer for him. The man in the blue corner, Joshua WASIKE from Nairobi. Like so many of the Kenyan team, he's actually a policeman in the Kenyan capital. And this, the biggest tournament of his career, bar none. Most of his appearances have been in his homeland of Kenya. Has competed outside of Kenya, but again, never outside the continent of Africa. And the 29-year-old facing off against a really accomplished operator. And you can see it's a tall order, both literally and physically, literally and metaphorically, for WASIKE. Looking for the right uppercut was the man in red, SMIAHLIKAU. Couldn't quite find the range. And there's a good left hand landed by WASIKE. Spearing right hand on a downward trajectory from SMIAHLIKAU. Right hand around the corner during that trade-off was landed by WASIKE. He then scored with the left hand to the body before he's hit with a right hook from SMIAHLIKAU. Right uppercut was a flashing shot while SMIAHLIKAU was on the ropes. And there's confirmation of a first round scored across the board for the Belarusian boxer.
That's the end of round number 1.
Some of the action from the first round. WASIKE really didn't have much consistent success in closing the distance.
Ring 8 seconds out.
The more eye-catching work coming from the Tokyo Olympian.
Round 2.
So into the second round we go then, and it's a bright start, having conceded the opening round for WASIKE. He's come out full of aggressive intent. But the right uppercut again serving as an effective deterrent by SMIAHLIKAU. Now getting to work with his lead left hand. So he really is looking to get inside the long reach, practically inside the jersey of his taller opponent, WASIKE. And when he does get there, well, look at him work away to the body there. Right hook at mid-range landed by SMIAHLIKAU. Left hand to the body, threatened to stray low. That's a beautifully picked right cross, and the same shot once again from SMIAHLIKAU. But he possesses some chin, does WASIKE, because the man didn't even blink. If you look at so many boxers who are renowned for having great chins in the history of the sport of boxing, well, they often possess a neck that resembles that of WASIKE. Real asset as a shock absorber. Olympic bronze medalist Evander Holyfield comes to mind. Those traps and necks on that guy, my goodness. Hit him with the corner post and one suspects he would remain upright. And WASIKE, well, he's been touched up a couple of times with right crosses here, and he hasn't been overly troubled. So inside the final minute of this second round, WASIKE continuing to press and working away to the body of SMIAHLIKAU. That's a nice right hand through the guard on the boxer in red. Then he switched it up to score with a left jab. Oh, what a right uppercut. That is a beautifully picked punch by SMIAHLIKAU. And we talked about the thickness of WASIKE's neck. Well, it was extended by another couple of inches there by the precision and power of that perfectly placed right uppercut. Terrifically picked punch, closing seconds of the second round. Looking for the same shot once again. It did land, but it was altogether more glancing. As the two men engage in a little bit of afters at the sound of the bell. Well, he took the first round unanimously, did SMIAHLIKAU. And producing a cracking uppercut. WASIKE did well to remain upright. And look at that, such was the margin of dominance in that second round. 4 10-8 scorecards returned. WASIKE is going to need a stoppage if he hopes to progress in this heavyweight preliminary round bout. Well, WASIKE really did go for it, but in putting himself in the pocket, it just provided the opportunity for SMIAHLIKAU to score with that punch. Perfectly placed right uppercut, bringing about a standing count. So into the final round then, in this preliminary round contest in the men's 92 kilogram heavyweight division. WASIKE, credit to the man, because he's never shied away from his task of trying to chop down the taller opponent in front of him. Again, first time competing outside his continent. And with no seeding, no rankings in effect, one would suspect a boxer as accomplished as SMIAHLIKAU to be given a bye in the first preliminary round. 38 boxers making up the 92 kilogram heavyweight division. So once you get beyond the round of 32, as many as 8 seeds would have been available. 8 seeding spots would have been available if seeds were an option. But with no ranking tournaments to compare the weight divisions against, as another cracking right hand sends WASIKE to the canvas, and it was almost a delayed reaction as the shot crashed home on a downward trajectory. I'm not sure the man's recovered. The referee optimally placed. She's taking a close look into his eyes, and she's happy for it to continue. Just beyond the midpoint of the third and final round, and I think WASIKE is still on shaky ground here. Not quite sure his legs are beneath him or his senses are fully recovered. The SMIAHLIKAU sense that as well. He scores with a lead left hook, looking for the right uppercut. It's dipped the knees of his opponent in blue once again. He held on to his man, and I think that's what's kept him upright. Minute to go in the third and final round. WASIKE looking into the eyes of the referee. He may be looking to her for some assistance here, but of course, he's going to continue to compete with everything that he's got left within him. I'm just not sure how much he has left, because each shot having an increasingly pronounced effect. The man struggling to hold his boxing stance. His corner might want to look at proffering the towel, but of course, being a member of the Kenyan hit squad, they may be reluctant to toss the towel in, such is the proud tradition that they bring to AIBA style boxing. But of course, safety and the health of the boxer must be paramount. But WASIKE has recovered from that difficult period in the round where he was sent to the canvas on a delayed reaction, and then every success that SMIAHLIKAU has been enjoying since that time is having an increasingly pronounced effect on his boxing stance. He appears to have recovered somewhat, testament to his outstanding conditioning, because he's been hit with some heavy, accurate punches from the Tokyo Olympic quarter-finalist Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU, with a dominant display to open his account here at Belgrade 2021. His second appearance on the World Championship stage, adding to the one that he had in Hamburg 4 years ago. So a very good performance indeed. For the 28-year-old. And again, his confidence must be sky high after the run of successes that he has enjoyed. Successes in terms of making it deep into the Olympic Games heavyweight tournament. Here's the verdict that should see him progress. And there is confirmation. So Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU prevailing on a wide unanimous points decision verdict. But let's give credit to the toughness and commitment demonstrated by Joshua WASIKE, because he was sent to the canvas in the third round by a right cross. His neck was extended in the second round by a terrific right uppercut, but he made it through to the final bell. In this, his first World Championships. So some of the final contest of what has been a terrific 14-bout session here on this second day of competition at the 21st edition of the AIBA World Boxing Championships. And there was the uppercut in the second round that brought about a standing count. And this is the right cross. Line the man up, and look at the delayed reaction. Just wilting down to the canvas, perhaps pushed down a little bit as well. But these were the shots that put WASIKE on unsteady legs for the closing stages of round number 3. And here, the moment of confirmation, which sends Vladislav SMIAHLIKAU through to the round of 32 in the men.